I've watched this first episode 8 times already because I keep watching it expecting a different ending and it's just the same ending.
Hi everyone, I'm Jan.
And I'm Andrew Barret Cox.
And welcome to The Witching Hour, where we talk about everything Dragula,
Halloween,
witchcraft,
and alternative drag. We start off this first episode with an homage to Halloween 4 with the ambulance crashing. And the Boulet brothers coming out looking like Kim Petras in Turn Off the Dark Volume 1. Do you love that movie? Halloween 4. And it also reminded me of the Rob Zombie Halloween 2. Oh, and this new one too with Jamie Lee Curtis. She's in every Halloween. But yeah, the new one.
It's the new one where her and Lindsay Lohan destroy. And then the Boulet brothers look absolutely incredible. This high pony, this blunt bang, they look so good.
The first contestant that we see is Madeline Hatter. This opening look is simple, but I understand where she lives in this world.
She has her signature red hair on, which I think is very, very Madeline. And she takes no shit from anybody.
Even before like Drag Race or drag really blew up, I heard her name.
She's very, very glamorous, but I know that she can do spooky so well, and I want to see her more alternative side. And then we have Landon Sider. Now, Landon is an amazing, amazing drag king that I've been following since before.
Oh my god, forever.
They got on the show.
Fun fact, when I moved to LA for 2 years before I fell into a 2-year depression, I went to my first party out there. It was a Dragula party.
Oh, work.
Yeah. Landon was one of the Exorcisters who was a judge. So James St. James and Landon were judges.
I love the scale moment that's going on at the top of his forehead. They stand up because they're really, really polished.
Yes.
Could be the winner, to be totally honest with you.
Next up is Violencia! Jan and I have known Violencia for literally
years.
I think this, just wearing donuts.
Like, my favorite is the donut beret. It's just like, oh yeah, we. Back when we were in Boston performing, we would go out and see Violencia hosting karaoke or performing around Boston and just having a good time. She's a kook.
Yeah. Sometimes would look stunning, sometimes would like just be a turkey, sometimes would be like a CVS receipt, like
right. It's just the possibility for the looks of that one.
Next up we have Priscilla Chambers. I'm fucking pumped for Priscilla.
The cigarette brows. It's over the top camp, but done in a spooky alternative way. The heart nose. It's so funny.
I would expect to see her at any McDonald's, just like hanging out after midnight.
Exactly. She's like, yeah, just got a McChicken. You want half?
Like, did you know they have breakfast all night? I'm kind of calling top for Priscilla.
Maybe, yeah, I can see it.
Yovska.
Let's talk about this. Like, wait.
Are you scared of her?
Frightened.
Oh, I think she's cute.
I've
like, I think all of her creatures, I'm like, that's adorable. Like, I just see them like on a swing set crying. It's very like salad fingers. Do you know what I mean?
You're in your bed.
Okay.
And you are dreaming, and then you wake up and have sleep paralysis, and then across the way you just see Yovska.
It's like Dobby like coming back after a gig, being like, climb into bed?
Oh my god,
and I'd be like,
no.
yes,
yeah.
you're tired. Yeah.
I can't, it's so weird.
Yovska's a front runner for me because I'm excited to see what she's doing next.
Right, I think out of every single person in the cast, Yovska is the person I'm most excited for.
Next up is Dahlia Black.
Yes!
First off, she looks like a beautiful vampire.
There's something so petite and innocent about her, but is enticing in a way, which is what I love about her makeup.
If you were like, this is the real Annabelle doll, I'd be like, oh nice. She looks like a sexy ghost.
Front runner for sure.
Yeah, oh yeah. Top for me. St. Lucia.
The mug is gorgeous. I'm loving the cat contacts.
Yes, I like when they just twist and go different ways.
Yeah. Beautiful makeup. I think that
beautiful gowns.
Beautiful gowns.
Great gowns, beautiful gowns.
I don't know who she is yet. Like this like ribbon moment is giving me, you remember that story that like it was a girl with a ribbon tied around her neck and then he was like, why do you have a ribbon? And she's like, I can't tell you. And then finally he was like, can I take it off? And then he does and her head falls off.
And Jenny's head fell off.
It's like very bad.
I wonder if that's a nod to this or if it's just like,
this
is how this appears, yeah.
Is it filth? Is it horror? Is it glamour? I'm not quite sure.
Well, to me, she is glamorous.
We have the post-binary socialist drag artist with a penchant for anarchy, Hollow Eve. Boulet brothers, I cannot thank you enough. Literally, I don't know why, like, I started watching the show and I was like tearing up. I was like, there's gonna be people out there that see Hollow and are like, oh, I could be doing this.
Right, exactly. And somebody who's passionate about it. You
and
know,
outspoken.
Yeah, and is not afraid to call people out. I'm loving this entrance, the staples that are going all along it. It looks like a goddamn lacrosse net.
I'm excited for Hollow. I'm so thankful that they're on this show.
Next up, we have somebody that I think is the most popular person going into this season, Eva Destruction.
Yeah, from here up, it's very like, I'm fighting zombies, but also being cautious of my highlight.
The makeup skills are so incredible that I know whatever she does, it's gonna be polished, it's gonna be thought out, and it's going to be incredible. I think that she could be in the top 4. For sure.
Maxi Glamour.
I love the hair that's going on with this. I love the headpiece. I love the ears that are popping out. I don't necessarily love the outfit as much as I love the makeup.
Yeah, I wonder if this is them being like, here's my drag, here's who I am. Next up is Louisiana Purchase. Do you know what the Louisiana Purchase is?
I learned it in social studies.
Pinup meets like The Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah, this is like a horror queen. Like, there's not a lot of
Frankenfurter.
Yeah, the makeup is simple, but I think it's effective. Like, it's glamorous and spooky in the same way.
Yeah, there's no blush, it's just kind of like, here I am.
Yeah, like very 40s. Like, I'm wondering if it's gonna be a lot of that or if we're gonna get different genres. 11 compacts come out and 2 of them are special. One of them is the good one, which holds a vacation. I think it's a 7-night stay to the Equator Resort Hotel Casino Bar Lounge in Florida that one of them wins.
Madeline wins, Landon picks a compact that is the spider, and has to consume a chalice of spiders. Now Jan, would you consume a chalice of spiders to stay in a competition?
I know, Landon truly was like, okay, like here we go. Like I would have like mashed them a little bit, made it like
Bon appetit, bitch.
What would you do?
You know I would do it.
I know you would.
Then they go into the section where they like pretend to be designing their costumes.
This is my favorite because I'm just like, okay, wait, are they actually designing it there?
We love that they call it the floor show because Jan and I met.
Forged a friendship.
Jan and I became friends because I did a production of Rocky Horror in Boston and Jan was Riff Raff. Sounded great. I changed all the orchestration so everything was very difficult to sing and dance. And we love Rocky Horror.
I opted out of the dancing. Not
No, you did all the dancing and you were on the alto line.
Did I?
Yes, in Time Warp.
Oh, I didn't know.
We both love to yell.
Yes, screamers.
Boulet brothers are here. They look incredible. They are giving me Hellraiser. They are giving me Cabin in the Woods. They are giving me Sen-O Bite.
Love the attention to detail. The blue lips around this black, dark actual lip. Like just the highlight of that pop of color.
And you can't even see it, but like
amazing.
Bald cap.
Completely bald. Bald. Completely bald. It's amazing. This look is a total smash. Yeah.
And the cool thing with the Boulet brothers is they can have something so simple on, but because there's 2 of them, it's like striking.
Right. So then we get introduced to our guest judges for this episode. First is Phil Jimenez, who's an amazing comic book artist.
The next judge is supervillain of Drag Race royalty, Fifi O'Hara.
Yes.
Also, Fifi is fucking incredible. Fifi is the perfect person to judge this competition, so I'm really glad that she's on the first episode.
Right.
Because in another universe, I could see Fifi on this show.
And on that note, as Fifi O'Hara once said,
should we speed it up a little bit?
Okay, so the first up in the floor show, we have Yovska. I love the star elements that are going on here in the makeup and the dress, but my favorite part about all of it, so random, are the goddamn shoes!
It's a full fetish Yoshi Story Christmas tree. I love this like alien Sigourney Weaver top here. this like long fucking trefulatory. I love it.
That's what I really, really like about Yaska's character. It's just like when you find an animator who's able to like, you know, like I know like the person who like did Chicken Run, and I know that they also did Wallace and Gromit. It's that, which I love about Yaska.
Next up is Saint Lucia. Saint Lucia has a fucking candle on her head,
which is lit, literally, like it's really lit, and I love it.
I love this look.
It's giving me this fantasy. I love the roses that are going around, and I love that she has the roses in the arms. It reminds me of Sons of the Harpy from Game of Thrones in a way, but if they were going to Coachella and the theme was red.
Also love the knives.
There are a lot of themes that are going on there, but I don't necessarily think that anything is like a disservice.
Okay, next up is Eva Destruction.
It's really, really taking a concept that we're all familiar with and then running with it. It's like Medusa,
Ursula, Maleficent. That piece is wild. I don't know if she made it or if she had somebody make it. Yeah.
It's detailed, it's polished, it's really, really exquisite. It has a high concept and an even higher execution. It's wonderful.
Yeah, one of my top looks. Next up, we have Madeline Hatter.
Yes.
It's very like Evil Dead meets Squar.
I'm absolutely obsessed with the makeup. I think that it's so detailed. It's really, really creepy. The headpiece is really, really cool. I love the giant horns that go up. I see what she was doing and what she was saying with the with the triple stack. I guess like in my mind I thought that it was going to be more of like a wind and like wafted thrown back moment.
I like the horns, but from the neck down it's very pedestrian for me. It's just kind of a bodysuit. I know we have some horns going on, but I wish there was a bit more of a better execution from the neck down.
Yeah.
Okay, Violencia.
When you have the cape and it's just like what you would see in a meat factory.
Right.
Just like the sheer kind of like you can see through it. That's amazing. The actual construction of this like piece of meat is wild.
Right.
The nails are literally knives so that you can like chop up, like it's the details amazing. She has sunglasses going on.
Is it supervillain? Jury's out.
Yeah.
But it's polished. This is like one of the most polished looks I've ever seen from Violencia.
Yeah, one of the most polished, I think, on the runway.
On the runway.
Yeah.
Next up we have Priscilla Chambers. Now, okay, this one is fucking wild.
Amazing.
This is one of my tops. She looks like a Mad Max nightmare.
The one eye that has no
And the one
brow, with the
eyebrow.
other brow.
So
the
cool.
shaved sides
The
with
cigar.
It's a simple look, but it's done and detailed to perfection, which is why it's so good. Oh, the makeup is so fun.
The makeup's fucking cool. I love this mohawk. It's fucking wild.
Yeah.
And yeah, top for me.
Next is Louisiana Purchase. The look is good. It's just not like super villain. It doesn't scream like it.
It's polished, it's cool. I love the whip.
Yeah, the whip is really cool, but again, I'm not gagging for it.
I love the ass, honey, when she takes
To me, Louisiana could be wearing this if she was a super villain or if she was a heroine. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like there's no distinction of whether or not I think this person is good or bad. Like that to me looks like somebody who could be like sleek and sexy and be like, oh yeah, I'm here to save the world, or it could be like, no, I'm here to destroy it. Like I don't know which direction it is, and that's the one thing that I'm missing from her look.
Next up is Max Glamour. I don't know what to say about this.
There's a lot going on here. She's playing football. She's green.
She's my grandmother's coffee table. Like this
It's like the doily.
It's very doily, and like I don't understand. It just is ill-fitted, and I don't understand the
like
like.
steampunk.
I don't know what the look was.
It's like
going
like the
for.
cape is like a blunt bang. It's just like a chop. Like it's like, yeah. It's not. It's definitely, I would say, my least favorite look out of everybody's, unfortunately.
Yep. Dahlia Black. Dahlia looks fucking wild.
Yeah, I love this look going on. Again, it's just a bodysuit, but if you're gonna do a bodysuit, at least have it detailed and perfected to high horror with all of the accessories going on. The horns are incredible, the eyes are incredible,
The whip.
the breasts are awesome, the whip is really cool.
Love the D.
The D that they have. Yeah, it's right where spook and glamour meet.
Okay, next up we have Landon Cider.
I really, really like From Here Up. I don't really like From Here Down. I think that it's just not as detailed and ornate as the top is. I wish that it kind of just infiltrated a little bit more into the bottom.
Yeah, like the makeup is amazing, this neck piece is amazing,
Makeup's amazing.
everything is rhinestone, the
Yeah.
hair is amazing, arms, the boots, but then there's this random section that's sort of just like covered in a black cloth that's almost kind of like, don't look here. Or even if it was like a bigger, like, flowing gown or something, it would have been really cool.
Right.
Hollow, staple face with these sort of rubber bands. I mean, looking from here up, it works. And like, I like how
again,
they tied this in with the black teeth.
But again, for me, it's more of a here up and here down. But the one thing that I do enjoy about this is that it is making me feel a certain way. And it makes me feel really, really shocked and scared.
Unlike Louisiana Purchase, I can tell this is a supervillain.
And the tops ended up being Priscilla, Eva Destruction, and Dahlia Black.
I think all the top 3 are very well deserved, and Dahlia ended up taking it, and I think it was deserved. In the bottom ends up being Louisiana is saved, even though the Boulet brothers said it was sort of simple and should have been more elevated, and it ends up being Violency and Maxie. And so the extermination this week ends up being skydiving. They throw them out of the plane, which I think is a strong first episode extermination.
It's wild. I would have done it. I would have. I would have done it. It's my biggest fear, but if
no.
Yeah. Oh, it's my biggest fear. No, absolutely not.
Honestly, if they were like, you're skydiving, I would have been like, oh, yes, I don't have to pay like $300 or however much it is. I've known for a while Violency's biggest fear is flying in general. I believe her flight to LA to be on Dragula was the second flight that she's ever been on in her life. I believe. And ultimately Violencia says, I'm not doing this, and she leaves, so...
Yeah. It's unfortunate. We're sad to see Violencia go.
I would have loved to see what else Violencia would have done with this.
I know. I know that Violencia already had a successful career in Boston, and now she gets to share all of her amazing ideas with the world, so I'm so excited for her! Alrighty y'all, well that concludes this first episode of Season 3 of Dragula! And y'all, my name is Jan.
And I'm Barret Cox.
And we'll be back next week for another episode of The Witching Hour. We review Season 3, Episode 2 of Dragula.
See you later, uglies. And if you want to see us perform live with the Boulet brothers, Trixie and Katya, the top 4 of Dragula Season 3, and other incredible artists, get your tickets now to Dragathon, the Boulet brothers Halloween Night Spooktacular in Boston.